Hocus Pocus Airbnb, Unsolved Mysteries Anniversary Special, and an announcement from the George A. Romero Foundation, all on this Wednesday edition of Spill the Guts.
I like it spooky.
Hello and welcome. My name is Clint, and I am one half of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, which collectively brings you 16 free and unique episodes of varying length and content every month. Make sure to tune in this Friday to find out the details on how that is expanding to even more. But for now, today is Wednesday, September 13th, and this just in. First story of the day comes to us from iHorror.com, who reports that the Sanderson sisters have returned to the home sharing game. Their Hocus Pocus house is once again being offered on Airbnb.com, and if you love cinematic history, themed architecture, or just want a unique way to celebrate the season, then keep listening. The cottage sits in the Danvers Woods, just a few miles from Salem, Massachusetts. It's a detailed recreation of the one in the original movie that has all the bells, books, and candles, including a simmering cauldron and the iconic black flame candle. Unfortunately, the cottage doesn't have a full bathroom, but there is a modern portable one just outside. Equally as unfortunate is that the Sanderson sisters are not included. Booking opens at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, October 12th at Airbnb.com for an exclusive stay on Thursday, October 20th. This one-night stay is not a contest, and guests are responsible for their own travel by broomstick or otherwise. If you should happen to nab the reservation, the cost for 2 people is only $31 plus taxes and fees. I will share a link to this iHorror.com article, which includes additional descriptions of what to expect if you book this magical stay, on the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast Facebook page.
Little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment.
Next up is from Bloody Disgusting, who lets us know that a Behind the Legacy Unsolved Mysteries 35th Anniversary Special is coming this October. So, what does that mean? In 1988, Robert Stack donned his trademark trench coat for the very first episode of Unsolved Mysteries on NBC. This was something never before seen, a hybrid of news magazine and drama that offered a mix of true crime stories, legends of the weird and the paranormal, and tales of loved ones separated by time and geography. The original series lasted 11 years, defining an entire genre of true crime programming and inspiring generations of amateur sleuths worldwide. The show is celebrating its 35th anniversary this year, and The Wrap has announced that Unsolved Mysteries Behind the Legacy is on the way from Film Rise and Alamo Drafthouse. In the special, co-creators Terry Dunmure and John Cosgrove join actors, producers, and directors involved in the series' multi-season run as the cast and crew lift the curtain on the making of the show, from audience involvement on tips, research, casting, and solving mysteries. The 35th Anniversary Special premieres in theaters on October 4th at Alamo Drafthouse locations nationwide, and it's coming to ad-supported video-on-demand platforms on October 5th. The Wrap notes, fans attending the Alamo Drafthouse screenings will experience a 90-minute presentation featuring the 60-minute TV special alongside a half-hour compilation of fan-favorite moments, while the streaming program will only feature the 60-minute special. You can grab your tickets from the Alamo Drafthouse now over at drafthouse.com. And it is now time to pause for station identification and hear from a bunch who may very well be up for questioning in some of those unsolved mystery cases. Our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Last story of the day comes to us from the George A. Romero Foundation. One of the stories I covered on the inaugural edition of Spill the Guts earlier this year on May 8th was news that Garf was accepting open writer submissions for their scripted story drama podcast series titled The Dead. As per the George A. Romero Foundation's Instagram, their selections will be announced this coming Friday, September 15th. Be sure to keep an eye on their Instagram and Facebook accounts to find out who the selected writers are, and for more info about Garf's scripted audio series, which is being produced in cooperation with Bloody Disgusting and will be exclusive to Bloody FM, which currently has several different shows to listen in on and is available wherever you get your podcasts or by visiting podcasts.bloody-disgusting.com. And that is a wrap on your Wednesday news. As always, don't forget to connect with the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast on all mainstream social media platforms, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and join me back here this coming Friday for official announcements about what the next feature episode that releases this Sunday contains, and what all the teasers about expanded regular content have been about, as well as more news on another edition of Spill the Guts.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?